everyone. Thanks for joining us today for our parent orientation. Today we're going to go over membership benefits and information regarding recruitment, as well as ways to support your student going through the process. So my name is Landry Yablonsky. I'm currently serving as the president of the Panhellenic Association here at FGCU.
And I'm Katie Blackburn. I'm currently serving as the vice president of membership for the Panhellenic Association here at FGCU as well. Okay, so before we get into a lot of our presentation, we just want to go over some commonly used terms that we'll be using throughout this entire presentation. Just avoid any confusion throughout the presentation. So your student will often be referred to as a P&M or potential new member. It basically means that they are going through the recruitment process in hopes of joining a sorority. Your student will be meeting many chapters through this process, and which are individual sorority groups on FGCU's campus. Each of these chapters is part of a national organization. The overall system is known as Fraternity and Sorority Life, or FSL. It's the umbrella term for all the sororities and fraternities at FGCU, and the name of the department that oversees the social sororities and fraternities on campus. So a big part of sorority life is philanthropy. Each chapter supports a cause or charity through events, volunteering, and fundraising. It's an important way sororities give back, and it's also one of the themes your student will explore during recruitment. Recruitment is divided into rounds, with each round giving your student a chance to learn more about the chapters from the sisterhood to their values. During each round, your student will attend events. These are short visits with specific chapters where your student gets to meet members and ask questions. As the process goes on, there's something called mutual selection. This essentially means both your student and the chapters are making decisions about who they would like to visit again. Finally, at the end of recruitment, if it's the right fit for both your student and the chapter, they might receive a bid, which is an official invitation to join their sisterhood.
Now let's talk about what a sorority actually is. Sororities are unique student-led communities made up of college women with similar values. Membership is a lifelong experience, and relationships made in college often last well beyond the 4 years. At their core, these organizations are about connection, shared values, and personal growth. Members support one another both socially and academically, working towards common goals and making meaningful contributions to their campus and beyond. It's more than just a club, it's a sisterhood. You'll often hear the term Greek life when talking about sororities, and this term came out of the fact that these groups use Greek letters in their names, which reflect the values and traditions they were founded on over 100 years ago. So when you join a sorority, you're not just joining a campus organization, you're becoming part of a long-standing tradition and a network that will last a lifetime.
Okay, so let's take a moment to talk about the Panhellenic Association and the role it plays in sorority life here at FGCU. Our Panhellenic Association is part of a larger national network called the National Panhellenic Conference, or NPC. This national organization helps guide and support sororities across the country, which focus on values, leadership, and the overall advancement of sorority life. Here at FGCU, the Panhellenic Executive Board oversees the 7 sororities on our campus. This group plays a big role in creating a strong, supportive community, not only by planning events and programming, but also by helping each chapter stay connected and united. We work to promote inclusion across all of our organizations, organize recruitment, and uphold shared standards, whether it's in academics, service, leadership, or community involvement. So when you hear the term Panhellenic, think of it as the foundation that brings our sorority community together while encouraging growth, connection, and shared purpose.
On our campus, there are 7 wonderful organizations that make up the Panhellenic community. Each one offers a unique experience, but all share commitment to sisterhood, leadership, scholarship, and service. These chapters collectively create a supportive environment where members can grow personally and academically. Whether you're looking to get involved in philanthropy, leadership opportunities, or simply build lifelong friendships, these organizations provide a variety of ways to do just that. While we won't dive into each chapter today, it is important to keep in mind that all 7 contribute in meaningful ways to campus life and our broader society.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at some important milestones and achievements within our Panhellenic community here at FGCU. So the fraternity and sorority life community was established on our campus back in 2003, laying the foundation for the community we have today. Currently, more than 600 undergraduate students are proud members of our Panhellenic sororities, making it a strong and active community. Academics are a priority here as well. The Panhellenic Association achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.3 during the spring 2025 semester, showing the dedication our members have to their studies. These numbers reflect not just growth, but also the commitment to excellence that defines the sorority experience.
I'd like to take a moment to share some of the key benefits your student can gain by joining a sorority. First, academics are a strong priority within each organization. Sororities set clear academic standards and provide support systems such as groups, study hours, and tutoring to help members succeed through their college journey. Beyond academics, sororities offer a true sense of sisterhood, which is a supportive community that often becomes a home away from home. Your student will find lifelong friendships and a network of peers who provide encouragement and belonging. Leadership development is another important aspect. Sorority members have many opportunities to take on leadership roles within their own chapter, as well as the Panhellenic Association, through activities that help build skills that serve them well beyond college. Community service is also a core value. Each sorority supports a local or national charity and actively participates in volunteer projects. At FGCU, students must complete 80 service learning hours to graduate, and being part of a sorority can help fulfill this requirement in a meaningful way. In summary, sorority membership fosters academic achievement, personal growth, leadership, and community engagement. These experiences offer a well-rounded college experience that prepare your student for success in many areas of life.
As you consider the possibility of your student joining a sorority, it's important to understand the time and financial commitments involved. Members typically spend around 10 to 15 hours per week participating in chapter meetings, sisterhood and social events, philanthropy and service events, and required fraternity and sorority life programming. There may be additional commitments depending on the specific organization your student joins, as well as weeks where activity requirements are minimal. Financially, there are chapter dues that members are responsible for. Details about those costs will be made available prior to the beginning of recruitment, so you and your student can review them carefully. It's also important to know that the first semester of membership often includes some additional one-time fees. We encourage your student to ask questions during recruitment if any part of the time or financial obligations are unclear, whether it's about the total cost, payment options, or expectations. Being informed helps everyone have a smooth and positive experience.
Now we will talk about the process your student will go through during primary recruitment and help you understand how the values-based recruitment process works. The goals of value-based recruitment is to connect your student with a sorority that shares their personal values. This approach encourages your student to be authentic and helps them get to really know each organization on a deeper level, moving beyond just surface level conversations. Before recruitment starts, your student will complete a values activity. This helps them identify what's most important to them so they can ask meaningful questions during each round and find chapters that truly align with their beliefs and goals. During recruitment, there's a process called mutual selection that we previously mentioned, and at the end of each day or round, your student will prioritize the chapters they want to see the next day. At the same time, the chapters select the students they want to see again, which in this two-way selection helps ensure a good match. So formal recruitment follows what's called the 7-5-2 schedule. So on the first day, your student will meet all 7 chapters. On the second day, they may be invited back to visit up to 5 chapters. On the third day, visits narrow down to a maximum of 2 chapters. And then finally, on bid day, your student will receive 1 official invitation to join a sorority, which is also known as bid. This process is designed to help your student find the best fit and build meaningful connections.
So to help you support your student during sorority recruitment, we like to walk you through the schedule and what each day will actually look like. So the first day, August 13th, this is early move-in day for students registered for recruitment who are living on campus. That evening at 4 p.m., all potential new members will attend an orientation session in the Cohen Union Ballroom, which is an important event where they'll meet their recruitment counselors, review expectations, and get a full overview of what to expect in the days ahead. Your student should dress comfortably and casually for this day. Day 2, this is August 14th. This is Sisterhood Round, running from 9:15 a.m. to 7 p.m. Your student will meet all 7 sororities and begin learning about each chapter's cultures and values along with their sisterhood. This round's theme for attire is FGCU spirit. So think green, blue, white, or even FGCU branded clothing. Day 3, August 15th, this is the philanthropy round from 10:30 a.m. to 8:45 p.m. Your student may return to visit up to 5 chapters and learn about the charitable causes each sorority supports. The attire for this day is more Sunday brunch or office party. Day 4, this is August 16th. And this is preference round. This runs from 10:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. At this stage, students may return to a maximum of 2 chapters for more in-depth conversation and a closer look at the values and sisterhood each offers. On preference day, attire is semi-formal or cocktail attire. For all days of recruitment, we do encourage students to wear whatever they're comfortable with, along with the shoes as well. There will be a lot of standing, walking, everything like that as well. Day 5, August 17th. This is bid day, and it's an invitation only event beginning at 11 a.m. in Academic Building 9, room 138. If your student receives a bid, this is where they'll join their new sorority and take part in the first of many memories with their chapter. On bid day, students are encouraged to wear neutral colored bottoms such as athletics or jean skirts. Sneakers or tennis shoes are also encouraged as well, since your student will be running home to her new organization. Please note that while arrival times are the same for everyone, the end times for day 3 and 4 may vary depending on your student's individual schedule. They'll receive a personalized itinerary each day to help guide them. We're here to support your student every step of the way as they navigate this exciting process.
So as we said on the last slide, early move-in will take in place on August 13th for both South Village and Northlake. South Village is scheduled in alphabetical order by your student's last name. We do recommend going during your student's specific time slot, as it does tend to get busy as the day goes on. And for Northlake, all students can start moving in at 8 a.m. Just remember your student needs to be in Cohen by 4 p.m. for orientation. We cannot guarantee students living off campus will be able to adjust their move-in time, so please talk directly with their leasing office to coordinate their arrangements.
We understand that the recruitment process can feel overwhelming at times, especially for students who are new to sorority life. That's why each student will have a built-in support system throughout the week, thanks to our recruitment counselors, also known as ROGAMAs. During formal recruitment, your student will be placed into a group of about 15 to 20 women, all guided by a ROGAMA. These ROGAMAs are active members in our Panhellenic community who temporarily step away from their own chapters during recruitment to serve as a neutral, unbiased mentor. They're here to be leaders, role models, and most importantly, a reliable support system. ROGAMAs help navigate logistics, answer questions, and create a space where your student can feel heard and encouraged throughout the process. Your student's ROGAMA will reach out before recruitment officially begins, so please remind your student to keep an eye out on their FGCU email inbox. We want every student to feel confident and supported during recruitment, and ROGAMAs play a big part in making that happen.
Hazing is unfortunately associated with fraternities and sororities. However, FGCU provides education and outreach to organizations so that they better understand the negative effects it has on an organization. All forms of hazing are against the Florida Gulf Coast University Student Code of Conduct. Hazing should not be a part of your student's experience. However, if they do encounter something that makes them uncomfortable, there are ways to report it to the university. We have listed how to find the hazing report form, as well as listed the hotline to report any acts of hazing.
Now I'd like to take a moment to talk about our expectations surrounding alcohol and drug use. During recruitment, the use of alcohol and illegal drugs is strictly prohibited for everyone involved. This includes both sorority members and potential new members. If any sorority member or PNM is found to be consuming alcohol or illegal drugs during the recruitment process, they will be immediately removed from the process. This policy is not only in line with university standards, but it's also a core part of keeping recruitment a safe, respectful, and values-based experience. The Panhellenic recruitment team and our fraternity and sorority life office are fully committed to upholding this environment and ensuring your student has a positive and healthy experience throughout. Our goal is to help each potential new member find a supportive sisterhood based on shared values, not on unsafe behavior. We appreciate you reinforcing this message at home and supporting your student in making responsible choices.
Next, we'd like to share some important ways you can help support your student as she goes through the recruitment process. Some of you may be unfamiliar with how this process works, and that's completely okay. You don't need to know all the details to be a great source of support. So, as a parent or guardian, your role is to be a steady, encouraging presence. One of the most helpful things you can do is simply ask open-ended questions, like what she's learning about in each chapter and how she's feeling throughout the week. Listening without pressure can really help her reflect. It's also helpful to know that sororities can look very different from campus to campus. A chapter you know or were even a part of may have a different culture or reputation here at Florida Gulf Coast University. Encourage your student to approach this experience with an open mind and to find the organization where she feels the most at home. That leads us to one of the most important messages. Encourage her to find the group where she feels the most comfortable and the most like herself. This is about finding her fit, not anyone else's. We also recommend having a conversation about the financial commitment ahead of time. Since every sorority has different dues and fees, it's important that she understands that aspect before deciding. Most importantly, allow her to make her own decision and support her in keeping an open mind throughout the process. Recruitment can be an intense week, not just for the P&Ms, but for current members too. Remind her not to put too much pressure on herself and take it one day at a time. With your support, encouragement, and a little bit of patience, she'll be set up to make the choice that's best for her.
Yeah. So we just want to end this presentation with our contact information. So if you need to reach out or have any questions, please feel free to email us. We're happy to answer all the questions that you may have.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like to follow Fraternity and Sorority Life on Instagram as well as Panhellenic, we have linked the little usernames below. But as Katie said, reach out with any questions you may have and have a great day.